911, what's your emergency?
My sister's gone. I need help. Please help.
What is her name, and when was the last time she was seen?
Brittany Stevens. She's a 23-year-old mother of three, and he did it. I know he did it.
Who?
Mark Stevens, her husband.
Mark Stevens was a cop in the Sacramento PD. We get missing persons cases all the time, but a cop's wife missing? The problem was this wasn't the first wife of his to vanish.
Brittany met Mark when she had called the cops on a very drunk customer at a restaurant that she was working at, and he came to her rescue. He was her knight in a blue uniform. When she told me that she was dating a 50-year-old, like, of course I thought it was weird. She was 17 years old. She seemed very unbothered. She thought that his salt and pepper hair was sexy. He even bought her a car once. She said that they would have sex in the back of the car all the time. She and Mark used to sneak down to his house where he had this padlocked room in his basement. And they would have sex in there as well. Yet, I don't think she knew that he had a wife and kid upstairs. I was against her dating a married man. But she loved him.
Such an asshole. What kind of 50-year-old dirtbag leaves the mother of his children for a 17-year-old?
5 days after the divorce was finalized, Brittany and Mark got married. It was the day of her 18th birthday. And, Brittany was already pregnant.
What's your emergency?
My sister's gone. I need help. Please help.
The last time I talked to Brittany was Wednesday night. I remember because she called me and said that she was coming over the next morning at 8:30 a.m. to help me reformat my resume. And, she never showed up, which was not like her. I texted, and I called, and nothing. When I still hadn't heard from her, after a while, I drove to her house to see what was up. Mark opened the door and immediately said that she'd left him for some guy, which made no sense. She wasn't seeing anyone. I was so confused. And then I heard Maggie crying upstairs. And so I stepped in to help her, and Mark just slammed the door in my face. My sister would never leave her baby. Never. I needed to find her.
The first person to look at is always the husband. But this was a new one for me. How do you question a fellow cop? I knew Mark Stevens from around the station, but we never worked together directly. He was in the patrol division. Mark had a reputation for being old school. You know, the thin blue line. Like, you're loyal to the force no matter what. He surrounded himself with the same types, close-knit and secretive. Initially, I was surprised with how unconcerned Mark was with his missing wife. His sister-in-law had reported Brittany missing that morning, and he looked totally normal. When I explained why I was there, he apologized for the confusion. Brittany wasn't missing. She left him.
Figure she'd trade me in for the newer model. Even though the old engine's still running better than ever.
He said she called yesterday afternoon. She said she was done being the wife and the mom, and she was going to some island with some guy named Ryan.
Well, that's the guy you need to be questioning.
He showed me his phone, 306, incoming call from wife. Felt bad for the guy. Mark knew the job I was there to do, and he couldn't have been more accommodating. Now I needed to track down whoever this Ryan was.
I'm Ryan Morrison. Brittany and I went to high school together. I hadn't seen her since, like, graduation, I think. Damn. That was 6 years ago. Anyway, I went out to Folsom Lake with some buddies to go wakeboarding, and I just kind of bumped into her, like a little bump. And I think she was swimming with her 3-year-old daughter and her 2 stepsons. And it was crazy that she was already a mom. So we just started texting. Kind of out of the blue, she texted me asking if I wanted to grab coffee. And when I got there, she just started crying. She said her husband was controlling her and watching her every move and wouldn't let her leave the house. And I told her that she might be a little bit paranoid. And eventually, she calmed down and thanked me. And then when I was driving home, I see these flashing lights going behind me, and a cop pulls me over. I wasn't speeding or anything, so I was confused until I saw him. Mark Stevens. I did not want any trouble. So I just walked out of the car, and then he grabs me, and he slams me up against the side, takes out his gun and puts it to my temple.
Do you like worn out pussy?
I didn't know what was going on.
A wife's pussy gets worn out when she has a husband with a big dick like mine. So, do you like worn out pussy?
And then he just starts laughing in like this weird, creepy, high-pitched laugh. And then he put his gun away, and he gave me back my license.
I will kill you if you come near her again. Have a nice day.
We started looking at Brittany's phone records, and they were revealing. The data lined up with Mark's story. Brittany did indeed call him at 306, and interestingly enough, the phone pinged the cell phone tower near the home of her high school friend, Ryan Morrison. It was looking like a pretty basic case. Young wife leaves older husband and runs away with a younger lover. Our attention turned to Ryan Morrison, so we brought him in for questioning.
Last time I saw Brittany, we were getting coffee. And that was about a week before she went missing. And I have no idea why her phone would have been in my apartment, because she's never been there.
Could you explain this text right here? Brittany's call log also showed her last text message was sent to Ryan early Thursday morning at 3:02 a.m. It said, "Can I come over?"